Rolling out there. Now we've got a very important piece of baseball memorabilia right here. The 2001 Mike Piazza post 9/11 game-worn jersey. He hit a historic home run in that game. Lots of controversy around it, and now, well, it's up for auction. Ashley, you've got the story behind it.
I do. This is the jersey that Mike Piazza used on September the 21st, 10 days after 9/11. Bottom of the 8th inning at Shea Stadium against the Atlanta Braves, and he hits a home run. It's the winning home run. The Mets win it 3-2. There's a lot of emotion, if you like, attached to this jersey. What's interesting, though, is the Mets themselves admit they made a big mistake and sold it 3 years ago, they say, in a private sale. Piazza's father has been in the local newspapers, Vince Piazza, saying, look, I wanted to buy it, I just couldn't afford it. The bidding on this has gone, the online bidding has gone way beyond what I would like, that I can afford to bid. That is Piazza's father, says he'd love this to go into the National Baseball Hall of Fame with Mike Piazza when he's inducted on July the 24th. So that's the background to this, seen as a very symbolic jersey signed by Mike Piazza from that game.
All right, Ashley, thank you very much. Sure. We have Ken Goldin from Goldin Auctions here, and the Piazza jersey. This is just, just absolutely amazing that the Mets somehow sold this thing. I'm sure they might have wanted to hold on to it, but now this sort of budding controversy, something like this right after 9/11, probably many people think should be shared with the public. What's your thoughts on that?
I believe it should be shared with the public. At the, at GoldinAuctions.com, if you go onto our website, you'll see an introduction stating how the Hall of Fame, as well as the 9/11 Memorial Museum, has requested if somebody wins it that they can donate it or a long-term loan. At the end of our description, we talk about the, the purpose of the 9/11 Memorial Museum and how we as a company would like to see it end up at the 9/11 Memorial Museum. So it is something, if it goes at auction, we can't restrict whatever the winning bidder does, but it is something that we are trying to arrange. Well,
I mean, but would it be unusual for such a stipulation to be in the sale of it? Couldn't you say, hey, listen, by the way, if you buy this, we want these things to be done?
Honestly, I've never checked into the legality of that. It's a free country if they buy something at auction. Right. And we also have a lot of foreign buyers. A large percentage of my customers are from overseas, right, in Asia, and I can't control if they buy it at auction, what they do with it.
A lot of developments this morning on this thing, Ken. In fact, we've been told that one of our contributors, Anthony Scaramucci of Skybridge Capital, he hosts Wall Street Week, it's seen right here in Fox Business, that he offered more than double what the current bid is, and he asked you to sell him this jersey in the auction. Scaramucci said he would guarantee that the jersey would rotate between the 9/11 Museum, the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Citi Field. Is this all true?
Actually, it's incorrect. He needs to talk to his associate. What I was proposed was an offer that it would rotate between Citi Field and the Hall of Fame. The 9/11 Museum was not mentioned, and that would have actually made a big difference to us.
Does that have sense to do?
That plus, quite frankly, it's not necessarily double. And in addition, I've told them point blank that we have had 2 offers of significantly more. One that was actually a pure donation to the 9/11 Museum, not a loan, and another offer that we received late yesterday that we are fleshing out right now. But I will tell him that if he wants to contact me directly, his associate certainly knows my number. We were very close. We are very close. If the 9/11 Memorial is included in there and we can help bridge the gap, it's something you and I could put together. I really want to see it stay in the city of New York.
So the number that Anthony threw at you guys is not that far off then. It's just where the jersey would be shown, which gets back to the original question. You guys would like to have something of a say in this. So 9/11 Museum, Baseball Hall of Fame, Citi Field, check. X amount of dollars, check, and you talked about a donation. Is that something, a sweetener? Would that also help seal the deal?
A donation or a long-term loan. I mean, they're both, 6 of one, half dozen in the other. It is a discussion I would like to keep having. And, I was unfortunately also given an artificial deadline. Said, hey, you got to let us know by 10 a.m. And when I'm talking to somebody else who is going to give it as a pure donation to the 9/11 Museum, I have to pursue that avenue. And plus, I have to do what's right for all my customers in my auction, because it is available at auction right now at Goldin Auctions.
The person you guys are the auctioneers, you're the middleman, so to speak.
Correct. We are the middleman.
The person selling this, have they put up any sort of stipulations? What's their desires?
Their desire is for this to go to auction. Their desire is for this to go to auction.
So
and
they don't care if a foreign buyer gets this jersey and takes it outside of the country?
They prefer it is on display in the city of New York, but they put it up at auction for a reason. If I have a deal that they are happy with and accomplishes good, I think that they will certainly go along with me, and I have those parameters.
The bottom line is you know the numbers then. You know the numbers.
I know what it takes, and I can cut a deal as soon as I get off the air if somebody wants. Otherwise, but I will be cutting this off very soon because I have to let the auction process take place.
Well, you know, I mean, you know what New Yorkers feel about this.
Yes.
It is just, it's more than a jersey. So, you know, I know Anthony Scaramucci. He probably, maybe he'll come back and talk to you about this, but I know all the fans would love to see it stay in America.
So would I.
And all the fans would love to see it in these different venues that we just talked about because it's part of our history.
It's beyond baseball. It's an emotional thing. It's
Right.
It's one of those few moments of baseball transcended sports and became part of American culture and told the world and told New York it's okay to start to heal. It's okay to start to go on with your life. So I truly hope that we can work something out where it stays in the city of New York.
I know you got a lot of other things we didn't have time to talk about, including a Mickey Mantle rookie card. Good luck with the auction.
Great.
And we appreciate it. Some good stuff.
Thank you for
Thanks a lot,
having me.
Ken.
Yep.